What's happening? How you doing? What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Rise and Vape Show. We're here today with the Ammit RDA from GeekVape. This is like my whole GeekVape setup now. I've really been enjoying this Ammit MTL RDA. We'll talk about the MTL kind of stuff later. But as a single coil, kind of lower wattage atomizer, I'm really liking this setup. I've got it sitting on top of the GeekVape Aegis. I'm running it at 25 watts on a 26650. I get more than a full day of vaping out of this setup. Just works really well. It runs really well. This atomizer has an airflow like I have never seen. It's a little weird. It's got that single sided airflow, so a lot of people out there who have that kind of like, they need that dual airflow, they're used to hearing it kind of thing on both sides, equilibrium kind of thing. I don't know if that probably has nothing to do with your equilibrium. Either way, it's a nice little single coil, good flavor RDA. Before I give any other thoughts, pros, cons, and stuff like that, let's go check it out. Yeah. Let's go. We're gonna go there.
Yeah, here, right here. Look at that. Trying out a new camera angle today to see if this works for me. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this is more of the industry standard camera angle. Either way, we're not here for that. We are here for the Ammit MTL RDA. This is a 22 millimeter. It says leak-proof MTL with precise 3D airflow. There you go. Sorry about the webcam that you're seeing in the reflection there. That's just me. On the sides, nothing really much, just some GeekVape stickers that hold it, closed and let you know that it hasn't been tampered with. On the back, we've got Ammit MTL RDA, top refill system, 22 millimeter, 510 drip tip. We've got heat resistance dual layer chamber, and you've got your, warning, safety, blah, 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 your authenticity, scratch, sniff thing, that whole deal there. Yeah, this Ammit RDA actually comes with quite a few things, so let's check it out. First, you've got the atomizer itself, guys, and by the way, this thing is real snug in this package. As you can see, I've kind of jacked it up just a little bit trying to get this thing out. Then all you're going to do is flip this open here. Let's check out this first little baggie here. You've got this really long, super old school mouth to lung style stainless steel drip tip. Comes with an extra O-ring on there. I didn't really like it necessarily with this RDA, but I will say that it is extremely comfortable in your lips. Our next baggie of goodies, we're going to get a little tri tool here, another drip tip that screws onto the adapter, your 510 adapter that comes with this. I'll show you that. Some extra O-rings, grub screws, a squonk pin. I'm not going to be squonking with this device. I prefer it in a dripper configuration mode thing deal here. It does come with two fused Clapton coils. I'm going to install this other one. I used the first one and it was actually pretty nice. I thought it was a nice little coil that came with it. And then you get this extra little screw nut thing here. Let's get her to focus. That's the best I'm going to get it to focus, but it is, I'll show you, it's part of the basically third airflow down inside, I believe. That, or you need it for the squonk pin. I'm not entirely sure what it's for because I haven't used it yet, but I know where it goes. It might just be an extra one, but then you're just going to pop this guy out, and out come all of these little goodies on the bottom. You've got your GeekVape little black envelope here. It's going to come with all sorts of goodies. GeekVape card, purchase information about it, warranties, things like that. A little advertisement card showing you all of the other colors, color for everybody, and a warning card about this device. Do not use this device for anything other than vaping. I don't know what I would use it for other than vaping, but thanks for the warning. That's appreciated. And you're going to get a user manual in a wide variety of languages. So if you speak a language, it is probably in here. Here we go. Here is the GeekVape Ammit MTL RDA. This is a 510 drip tip, as you can see, and then this little piece here, it's always tough, but there it goes. There it goes. So you've got this little snubby drip tip. The one in that goodie bag is slightly taller, and then you've got that metal one. But that other black Delrin drip tip just screws right into that little 510 adapter, and it does work with all of my other 510s, so that's a plus. If you're not a 510 kind of vapor, then, well, that's all you get. 510s. But it does fit nice, real snug, real snug. The airflow comes in from the top. This is top-fed airflow, okay? And there's a nice amount of resistance on this. It doesn't move often on me, and if it does move often, it's because I'm trying to turn the entire thing. The nice thing about this RDA is when you put this top cap on, it doesn't matter which way you put it on. And I'll show you that once we get into it. But yeah, that's nice. So it's got these five slots. All right, 5 slots, smallest to the biggest, and you can cut each one of them off individually. I like it right there. I like it with the 3 biggest holes open. That's how I vape on it. But that's always going to be subjective as to how you vape. You also get one more option. You see this hole on the other side, so you can just go down to 1. There you go, and then there's your other airflow option. It's just a single hole, and you can dial it into which one single hole you want. Screw around to the old Aegis, Old Faithful here, and like I said, it doesn't matter which way you put this top cap on. That is the deck of the Ammit MTL RDA. So you're going to have airflow that comes in right here through that hole, and that entry port is right here. Okay. You also are going to have airflow that comes in right between the posts, right there. And then that entry point is right here. This thing was super clean, super clean. You've got your positive post here. This is an entire assembly, and I'll take that out. I'll show you guys. Pretty nice size post holes themselves. They do look pretty good. Your juice wells here are pretty nice and deep. I don't know exactly how deep they are, but if I had to guess, I would say probably 5 to 6 millimeters deep. It's a nice deep juice well in there. On the bottom of this RDA, it's going to say Ammit MTL RDA. You got your serial number down there, designed by GeekVape. Please don't throw this away. Your CE, your nice, real nice protruding 510 pin. Take a look at that guy. And yeah, like, look at that 510 pin. Look at how protruding that 510 pin is. Yeah, in order to get that positive block out of there, well, first you need a screwdriver like this. And you're just gonna remove your 510 pin. You don't even have to remove it all the way for this to come out, but you can see we've got a really nice peak insulator in there. And then this entire piece here is your positive. And this right here is what that other extra little nut screw is for. That is where that other one goes. So I don't know if it's just an extra. I don't know if it opens up additional airflow, if it's for squawking purposes, or what it really entails. If somebody has figured out what that is actually for, that would be great. Let me know. Leave it down in the comments. And like I said, this thing has some really interesting airflow. So basically, whatever you set it to up here is how your airflow is going to come in, right? here's your double barrel section. Now what happens is your airflow comes in along this outer wall, in between this dome, inner dome, and your outer dome, I guess, whatever your top cap. It comes in between. This is an extremely well machined RDA. Very clean, no issues anywhere, just beautiful, beautiful machining. Going to allow all the air that comes around through here to then enter in this hole and this hole. I'm sorry if I keep holding things out of this camera angle. Guys, I'm learning. I'm sorry. I'm trying, okay? New camera angles are hard. And that's how your airflow is going to work. So, yeah, I'm going to set this up with that other coil that it comes with, and we're going to go from there. And again, I love this because it doesn't matter if I put my top cap on this way. It doesn't matter if I put my top cap on this way. It doesn't matter if I put my top cap on this way. It just doesn't matter because your airflow is going to come in, go around the entire outer chamber and in through those holes regardless of which way your top cap is facing, as long as those ports are open. Yeah, guys, this RDA is 100% a pop and paint situation. I've tried to just, pop my 510 out and drip down through there. It works. It works. You can do that, but I mean, why when you can just pull the top cap at that point? But yeah, without that 810 drip tip on there, this is definitely a pop and paint dripper. All right. This RDA, guys, is so incredibly easy to build on. I'm going to be using the little fuse Clapton that it comes with today. Let's see how consistent these are. The first one that I used came out at 0.72. What I like to do with these coils is I like to space them. I found that the coils that they give you, you can either add another wrap to kind of get that spacing that you need, or you can just kind of space them a little bit. I usually just grab the ends with my nails and I just kind of pull and I just kind of space it a little. Put one leg in front of the other, and soon you'll be building RDAs. Alright, let's do this for real. And there we go. There's the Ammit MTL RDA. I'll meet you back up top. Yeah, this GeekVape Ammit MTL RDA is really nice. It's got really nice flavor. It's got a super unique airflow, and I think of it, it's very similar to like how an RTA is and how an RTA works, kind of in that dual chamber kind of idea, and that inner reduced chamber gives you a ton of flavor. It doesn't get hot. I mean, I can sit and chain vape on this thing and it gets warm to the touch, but it definitely does not get hot. I have found that stubby drip tip is just the most comfortable one for me, the shortest one. It's got a little bit wider of a bore than the taller one. The taller one is a little bit more narrow. Yeah, overall, I've really been enjoying it. I've been using it now for a few weeks, 3 weeks probably. I've been using this, maybe going on a month. Really, I've been having a really nice time with it. It's become one of my daily bangers. Let's just have another vape here. I will say though, and here's my one and only gripe. I don't think it's a true mouth to lung. I've tried it on the most restrictive that you can get this thing. One hole. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. I mean, it's tiny. There you go. One tiny little hole. And I'm gonna drop my wattage. I've been running it at about 25, but I'm gonna drop it down to 12 for that little hole, and let's see if we can get a kind of a more true mouth to lung off of this. You can. You can get a true mouth to lung off of this device, but I'll tell you right now, it's going to feel sharp. And the reason that it's going to feel sharp is you don't have dual airflow like slots, or single airflow slots, I should say, you know, depending on what kind of mouth to lung device you're using, that are both or singularly really restrictive. You have a really restrictive entry point here, but then it just floods that outer airflow chamber and goes in both of those big holes anyway, and then all of that airflow is going to hit your coils exactly the same as it would if it was wide open. Just being less airflow coming in is really what you're you know, reducing, and it makes that inner chamber pressure kind of weird. So it's not like your average mouth to lung draw. It's really unique, and it kind of has taken me some time to kind of get used to, I guess. It's kind of like you have to kind of learn how to hit this RDA. But again, I like it with that stubby drip tip. I like it at 25 watts with the biggest 3 holes open, and in just kind of a restrictive lung hit mode. This thing as a restrictive lung hit is absolutely beautiful. 100%. I really wish that they had left that MTL out of their description for this RDA. I really wish they did, and just called it the Ammit RDA, because it's a really, really nice restrictive lung hit, but it's a subpar mouth to lung. I can just chain vape on it, and it's just ever so slightly warm to the touch. It does not get hot. This thing, it just doesn't get hot because of that airflow circulating around that entire inner dome, that inner chamber. It just doesn't allow it to get hot. But yeah, definitely a pop and paint kind of device unless you're squonking with it. I haven't squonked with it yet. I don't really plan on squonking with it. To me, this is a dripping device, because basically, I mean, you could essentially flood that entire chamber because the airflow sits all the way at the top. It's incredibly hard to get this thing to leak. I can't imagine even squonking on like the top side and just crushing that bottle. Maybe not. Maybe not with the top side. That's a 10 ml bottle. But it's going to take a lot. You're going to have to work for it to get this thing to leak. Are you really going to go broke buying the Ammit RDA? No, not right now. This device came out earlier in 2018. I picked it up for 18 bucks, and everywhere else that I found it, it's right between that $15 and $20 range right now. So definitely cheap enough to pick up just to try if you're a mouth to lung or restricted lung vapor. Then yeah, this is a great RDA, and I recommend it. I use it every day. I've been using it every day now since I got it, and it really surprised me, and it kind of caught me off guard. but I've really been enjoying it. And yeah, I'm loving this setup. Have I said that yet? That I love this setup? This setup, it just works really, really well. Those 26 650s just give this setup an all day long strong vaping this thing at 25 watts. I mean, it's just been killing it for me. I don't even question whether or not I have battery life. I don't. I just pick it up and I vape it and I put it down and then I drip it and then I vape it and then I put it down and I don't even think about it. Man, it's just nice. Either way, I'm going to stop gushing over this RDA. Like I said, I really wish they hadn't called it an MTL RDA. I wish they had really just left it at RDA. That's kind of my biggest gripe, that I don't think it's quite a true mouth-to-lung RDA. It just doesn't, it's got that really kind of awkward inner chamber pressure that just kind of keeps it from being that, you know. And that inner chamber pressure, what I'm talking about is that pressure that kind of makes you like, you know, when you draw, like suck in your cheeks, that's that inner chamber pressure, and you don't get a lot of that out of this RDA. And that's because of those dual airflows that are, you know, kind of taking in all of that airflow from that chamber. If there was a way to cut one of those off, then you would probably honestly get a true mouth-to-lung out of this device. As a restricted lung hit, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I love the way it looks. I love the way it looks. I just think it's clean. It's got this kind of awkward, I'm assuming that's Ammit. I'm assuming that's a Greek god of some kind. GeekVape is really big into their Greek gods and goddesses kind of stuff, so I'm assuming that's what that is. I could be wrong. I'm probably going to catch a bunch of hell for that, but that's my assumption, just knowing GeekVape. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. Again, as always, thank you for watching. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart and lungs. If you want to check the show out on Instagram, it's instagram.com/ I keep getting this wrong. That way. If you want to check the show out on Instagram, it's instagram.com/ Rise and Vape Show. Links right there. Clicking and pointing. I don't know why I do this. I don't know why. I'm not going to do it this time. Please, as always, get out there and do what you can. One of the best things that you can do is join CASAA.org. You can get all the updates that you need and things going on in your area as far as legislation goes, flavor bans, things of that nature. Get out there, join CASAA. It's free. All you need is an email, and you're doing a world of help just by joining. As always, guys, I'm Logan. This has been the Rise and Vape Show, and yeah, let's keep vaping and hopefully get a real mouth-to-lung here soon. This legitimately tastes like a sugar cookie ice cream sandwich, and it's so good. Oh my god.